Hello friends, hello, I'm back, yay! I have been wanting to do this reading for a while now, and no, I did not disappear like I always do. I was just taking a break, resting, gathering the energy to show up for this space. Yeah, I have been wanting to do a past life reading for a while now. Not on YouTube per se, but in general, I've been feeling drawn to the energy of past lives. I've been also seeing it show up in personal readings and collective messages, and just sitting with this intense desire to look at past lives. And I even made this crystal grid today, or attempted to make a crystal grid today, because even though I set the intention to do this reading a couple of days ago, I was having a really hard time showing up for this space. I was facing a lot of resistance, and I know that it's not just me, it's also a lot of the collective's resistance. And I thought if I could just somehow focus the energy, maybe I can make this happen. So we're here, let's see if this works out or not. As always, we have 3 crystals for you to choose from. It's absolutely okay for you to feel drawn to more than one. Maybe more than one lifetime wants to reveal itself to you in this reading. And it's even okay, I really feel called to say this, it's even okay to not feel drawn towards any of these crystals, not want to look at this reading at all. It just feels like there is somebody, or maybe more than one person, maybe a couple of you, a few of you are scared to face the messages that will be coming through today. Not sure why. We'll see when the messages start coming through. So, pile selection. Collective number 1 is Aragonite. I'm always amazed by this crystal. Look how beautiful. I sense a lot of, I'm hearing the words personal growth right now. So I sense a lot of potential for change and transformation. This crystal, as we looked at in one of the readings before, talks about releasing emotional baggage. Collective number 2 is Carnelian. This gives me a lot of goddess energy, and look at the layers on this one. It feels like concentrated joy, concentrated focus, concentrated energy. Yeah. Creativity, focus, passion, joy. These are the keywords I'm hearing for this crystal. And collective number 3 is Malachite. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like blood red, deep maroon. I love this color so much. I don't work with this crystal as often as I should, maybe, or as often as I would like to, and that somehow feels significant. Maybe something that's hidden, like hidden potential in your world. Yeah, that's collective number 3. So take all the time that you need, and I will see you in your reading. Ooh. I feel so excited to be here. I don't know if that's just my energy or the energy of this group, we'll see. But yes, group number 1, you felt drawn to Aragonite. Now that I'm sitting with this, I feel a lot of joy and excitement. Maybe that's the overall energy of this reading, of this collective that's joining me today, not sure. But yeah, it doesn't feel as heavy as it did when I was introducing the piles. So nice. Okay, so today we are channeling past life messages. Now that I'm sitting with that intention, it feels so serious. It feels more serious than it did until this point. I enjoy channeling past lives, honestly. And I usually don't even pull out a lot of cards, but today Spirit gave me a very clear spread that it wants to use for this reading, so we're just going to follow that and trust that it will give us the guidance that we need. But there is a weight here, a weight. I'm even feeling drawn to this diagram, this energetic diagram. The weight here is, it makes me a little nervous because it feels like potential, and I don't want to mess up that potential, I want to make the best of this. I want to make the best of this space. I'm telling you all of this because it could be your energy. Yeah. It could be related to the messages that come through for you. Okay, so I felt called to pull out 3 cards from this deck for each collective, and then for all of you, for each one of you, I will be using a different oracle deck. This is the Lightworker Oracle, and the other oracle deck that we'll be using for you is called the Secret Language of Light. I don't know why I feel called to mention these. I am going to list down all the texts in the description box, but yeah, it just felt like the description that Spirit wants to start this reading with. I might pull out tarot cards as well. I will be pulling out tarot cards. I always say that I might, but I always do. But I don't know if I'll be asking specific questions or just additional details. I don't know that yet, and we'll be shuffling all the cards on camera today. Yay! Let's start, Spirit. Which past life of group number 1 is trying to come through? Okay, that's too many. Which past life of group 1? Oh wow. I think we might be talking about your current lifetime in this reading, which is not a past life at all. But we'll see. Which past life of group number 1 is, should we take this? Yes, it's trying to come through. We have life path, grounding, and 5th ray of intellectual knowledge. It does feel like we are talking about your current lifetime, or the lifetime that's affecting you the most right now is primarily helping you come out of the matrix, release, I'm hearing mass consciousness, and find your own authentic truth, your own inner compass, your own direction in life. I'm feeling drawn to these roots here. And of course you have earth energy with this card. You have air energy with this card. Something about learning to not be affected by others' opinions and expectations for you. Learning how to not perform for others according to their demands and needs, prioritizing yourself, putting your body first, putting your needs first, reconnecting with your inner child, going back to the most authentic and purest version of you. You also have Pink Rose of Lady Nada, which is a very sensual card. The number 29 could be significant as a date or an age. And for some of you here, or somebody specific, this is also a reference to the year 2029. These numbers 20, 15 and 42 or 24 could also be significant dates or ages. Well, not 15 and 20 unless you're thinking of because I do feel like we are talking about your current lifetime. So if you were to go back to the years where you were 15 and 20 and something that happened back then, something that changed your life, maybe these were very pivotal years for you, for your journey, that could be significant. I want to cover this card for some reason. I want to cover it up like this, almost like covering the faces. I kind of want to put a crystal over this, cover the faces, the unsolicited advice, opinions, expectations, demands. Ooh, oh my God, I love this so much. I love this so much. Now the message that's coming through is that you are currently at a point of your life where no past life is affecting you whatsoever. And what you're dealing with is the karma, the cycles, the lessons, the patterns that you have built within this life itself, within this lifetime, as your current incarnation. The lessons that you're dealing with are lessons that are restricted to just this lifetime. It's also possible that you've already cleared away a lot of past life karma and baggage. So now you've been set free from all of it. But the fact that you have these baby illustrations here, it almost feels like this lifetime was, it could be the space for you to tie up some loose ends. But I kind of feel like saying that you took birth in this lifetime with the intention of not letting past life energies impact you, affect you, drag you down, to not carry any past life baggage. Oh, I love this. I love this so much. With fifth ray of intellectual knowledge, I want to say you get to decide what you create in this lifetime. There's nothing holding you back, nothing dictating what you need to do, nothing telling you what you need to do or what you should do. It's just you. You, based on your current body, your current needs, desires, ambitions, wishes, dreams, deciding what to create out of this lifetime. And with this angel here and even this woman on this card, it's making me think of your spiritual team, your angels, your ancestors, and your higher self. All of them are looking after you. All of them are asking you, what do you want? What do you want to create? And how can we help you? How can we guide you? Your task in this lifetime is to decide what you want, ask for support, receive guidance, be open to all of it, be open to change, transformation, healing, evolution, from an open-hearted place, and then just go for it. Just go for whatever you're trying to create. Okay, I love this. Okay, so I know I said that I would use the Secret Language of Light deck for you, but now I'm feeling a call towards another deck. Some of you may have been drawn to group 2 as well, or you might want to look at it later on, because the energies keep mixing between these groups. The energy of joy and excitement that I felt for group 2 came through when I connected with this crystal when I started your reading. And now I'm feeling called to use the Oracle deck that I felt called to use for group 2. I just received the guidance that I can just pull out a card from each of the Oracle decks. So that's what I'm going to do. And I might do the same for group 2 as well. Okay. Which past life? Oh my God. It's the same message. It's the same message. This Vesica Piscis, if that's how you pronounce it. Again, you have 26 here. I always see 26 as a mirrored image of 29. Like I always see them together, because every time I receive 26, the number 26 or the number 16 or 6 as a sign, it's really common. It's unsurprising for spirit to use the numbers 9, 19, 26 instead of those numbers. Yeah. So mirrored images, and that's kind of what this card talks about too. You know, the saying, as above so below, as within so without, that's exactly the energy of this card. And again, this is a card of manifestation. It's a card of, I want to say, materialization, physical materialization of your dreams, wishes, desires, visions. And again, it's the same message being reiterated for you. You have awakening at the back of the deck. All you need to do in this lifetime is realize how protected you are, how divinely guided you are, and how the universe is looking at you and asking you, what do you want? What do you want to create, and how can I help? Just tell us what you need. I love this message so much. Just tell us what you need, tell us what you desire, and I will give it to you. Oof, 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 oof. Wow. You have 26 again. She rides with wild spirit unbroken. 26, 29. It's definitely significant for this collective. 26 could be an important date and an important age. Maybe this is referring to the year 2026. I am also receiving the message that this message that we have been connecting with, that your past lives are not even affecting you in this lifetime, it could be true specifically for the year 2026, or maybe the years between 2026 and 2029, because you also have 27 at the back of the deck, Sisters of the Sacral Spiral. And if you looked at all the crystals when I was introducing the different collectives, you must have noticed that I was talking about group 2's crystal and how there are these layers, and the words I wanted to use for these were concentric spirals, circles, something. Yeah, so really some of you could have felt drawn to group 2, or you might want to check it out later on. Yes, I was saying that maybe this energy where you're not really being affected by your past lives at all is talking about this period between the years 2026 and 2029. You have so much freedom right now. You have so much freedom, you have so much divine protection. Just decide what you want. She rides with wild spirit unbroken. I'm feeling drawn to how she's flying right now. There's a traffic light here, and I can see the red signal, but again, it's not supposed to hold you back. You are currently in a chapter of your life where you can get wherever you want to be. You can get whatever you set your mind onto. You can get whatever you decide to create, manifest. I'm hearing the word visualize now, so maybe you want to look at visualization as a manifestation technique. But the bottom line is just this: you get to decide what you create. You get to decide what you build. It's up to you. It's all in your hands. The angel number 2626 or 2929 or 292, 262 could also be significant. Justice. Libra season could be significant. The Knight of Pentacles. If you're working hard towards a specific goal, Justice or Libra season is the time frame that's coming through for a certain milestone that you would like to reach, some goal that you'd like to achieve. You have Judgment, which is number 20, so 2020 could be significant. One more, please, Spirit. And Temperance, which is Sagittarius season, so the end of the year. You also have the Lovers at the back of the deck. This, again, it's making me think of you being at a crossroads. This card is speaking, that's strength. so many zodiac signs coming through here. Yes, I was talking about how this could be a sign that you're at a crossroads, you have a lot of choices in front of you, you have a lot of decisions in front of you, and the only thing that Spirit wants you to know about all of these decisions is that you get to pick what you create. There is no right or wrong here, there is only desire, there is only alignment, and with the Knight of Pentacles and Justice together, and even Judgment, you can create that alignment for yourself. All you really need is the right intention. The intention to move in this direction. Yeah. And if there are obstacles on this path, if there are challenges, look at them as lessons, as potential for healing, growth, evolution, transformation, change. Look at them as again, just room for growth. And with Temperance here, should I hide this? I don't know. I've only ever heard other readers talk about censorship on YouTube. I've never thought about it myself. Yeah, I was saying that I love that we used the crystals for both the other collectives in this reading. Maybe you want to look at both of the readings. Yeah, you get to decide. You get to decide what you create, what you desire, what aligns with you, what fulfills your heart, what is your purpose. You get to choose and decide your purpose. And you get to work hard for it. You will have as much divine protection, support, help, love as you need. Just make sure that you're doing the work for it. Just make sure that every time you hit a roadblock, you work through it. So that's what I was saying with the Temperance card. If you stick around long enough, every obstacle will be balanced out. Every difficult, challenging situation will return to a place of harmony and balance. I was also thinking about the Strength card at the back of the deck, underneath the Lovers. This journey might ask for growth, it might ask for transformation, it might need you to look at your shadow, your own patterns and limiting beliefs. But that's true for any journey at all. That's what we're here to do as humans. We're here to experience soul growth and evolution. And if everything was easy peasy, there wouldn't be any joy in it. You wouldn't feel fulfilled or bright at the end of that journey. The joy is in that journey. The fact that when I was connecting with your crystal, even though it talks about releasing emotional baggage, I felt the energy of joy. So it's almost like you're finding joy in the journey. You're finding joy in the growth and transformation that you experience. That's the whole point of life. That's what I'm hearing. Sisters of the sacred spiral. Life moves in a spiral. And if you're just focused on reaching your destination, everything will become dull. Yeah. It will be dull if you're just chasing the destination and not enjoying the journey that takes you to it, and it will also be dull once you've reached that destination. So enjoy the journey, find the joy in the journey. That sensual energy that was coming through with Lady Nata. Exactly. There may be challenges, there may be obstacles. Find gratitude in those spaces. Find presence and joy and love, acceptance, peace. Find beauty. Make beauty out of those difficult moments. There will be growth on this journey. With the Knight of Pentacles, if you needed to sign for material, financial, career growth and success, that's coming your way too. And I'm hearing for somebody this might also be related to fitness and health goals, health and fitness goals. So whatever resonates. And spiritual growth as well, with Judgment here. Emotional growth as well with Temperance. There's a lot happening for you. Your task, I feel, is to set a goal right now. Set a goal that you can chase, because through that goal there will be growth. While you're chasing that goal, there will be change, there will be transformation, there will be cycles of healing. Have a goal in mind to chase. Set a goal, and you get to decide what it is. There is no right or wrong. There's only potential and space for healing and alignment and evolution. You get to decide what you create. You get to decide what you chase. Oof, I love this, group 1. I love this. That was your reading. I know we didn't channel any past lives, but maybe you want to look at groups 2 and 3, and maybe a lifetime will come through for them, and that will resonate with you. Or maybe you don't need past life readings right now. You don't need past life messages, because you have so much to do with your current life. Yeah. That was your reading, my friend. I hope it helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Yay! Group 2. You felt drawn to the carnelian. Now that I'm looking at this crystal, I see a little heart here. So maybe the heart chakra could be significant. Maybe in this past life of yours, your relationships were a major theme. I got distracted because I saw an apple in this this shape, and it made me think of the Adam and Eve story for some reason. We'll see what that's about. Maybe a connection to Christ consciousness. Maybe you were a Christian in this lifetime. Oh, wow, okay. I do want to say this right away, that I'm not here to hurt any religious sentiments, okay? I'm just channeling what I was coming through. I heard that in this lifetime you were a Christian, and you were also homosexual, and your religion did not allow you to be with somebody of the same sex, and sort of like the theme of forbidden love is coming through for this collective. Yeah, there could have been heartbreak, separation, distance, pain. Yeah. Okay, so I had felt drawn to a specific spread for everybody in this reading, but I guess that was only true for group 1. I don't know, I'm yet to do group 3's reading, but for you, I am feeling called to deviate from that spread, of course, because you were deviating from the norm in this particular lifetime. And instead of pulling out 3 cards from a different deck, which was the plan, I am going to pull out, let's see how many cards want to come through from this deck. It's possible that up to 5 cards wish to come through. Yeah, we'll see. I will probably have to refer to the guidebook, because I'm not familiar with some of the terms in this deck and I don't spend enough time with it. Ooh, kind of like I'm thinking about how we did not know a lot about the queer community until the modern age, and maybe you were avoiding your own emotions, your own desire in this particular lifetime. You did not sit with it, is what I'm hearing. Because you were told that it's a side of you that needs to be tamed, that will not be respected or accepted or well received, and so you had to suppress it. Which past life of group 2 is trying to come through? Okay, let's just work with these 2 cards I'm hearing. Ooh, so you could have been a woman in love with another woman. Yeah, because you have sovereign Queen Maeve. I don't even know how to pronounce half of the names. of these cards. And you have Oracle of Chaldea. A woman in love with another woman. Oh my god, I love this so much. You could have been a queen in love with an oracle. Oh my god, I love this. You were in a position of authority. You were quite possibly the queen itself, maybe of a smaller kingdom. And you had all these rules, all these restrictions, all these expectations. You had this one rigid frame according to which you had to perform, and that's how you show up in the world, how you showed up in the world day after day. You had this responsibility, this deep sense of responsibility that you felt towards the people in your kingdom, the people of your kingdom. You were constantly performing for them, and it's not like it may have been a little tiresome, but it's not like you wanted to run away. You were more than happy to play this role for people. You were more than happy to be obliged to people. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. The word that I heard for you was obliged. Yeah. You wanted to be this person for your kingdom. And I'm seeing a little girl growing up under the care of a king and a queen, with lots of people around her, and you were always aware that you would take this responsibility. Sorry, I'm covering the card, but that's usually how I connect with the cards. You were always aware that you would have this responsibility to play, this role to play for your kingdom, and that's what you were being prepared for all your lifetime, all your life. And again, you were more than happy to play this role. And then comes in this wild and free woman. I love her energy so much because I probably associate with it. It's even possible that you were not the queen but the oracle. Because there are two women showing up here, and I'm feeling drawn to both of their energies and to narrating their stories in as if they're the protagonist. So you could have also been the oracle. When I say oracle, I literally mean oracle. I'm seeing a very witchy person. I'm seeing somebody who makes predictions. Maybe you worked with this kingdom specifically. You know how kings and queens, they would reach out to witches and oracles and ask for guidance before going out to war. Yeah, I'm thinking of Greek mythology right now, specifically the book Circe by Madeline Miller. Yeah. Circe herself is somewhat like a witch. After she has been exiled from her own home, she turns towards herbalism, I believe. Yeah, and has these witchy, wild and free characteristics. This woman lived on her own terms. She did not care for anybody in this world. She had psychic abilities, psychic powers, and she could see through the fabric of our physical material world. She could talk to the universe, speak to spirits, ancestors. I'm hearing dead people, but I usually say passed on loved ones. So maybe that's what she did for this kingdom, help them connect with people who had passed on. Yeah, she had so much power, and she could not care less for the norms, the rules and regulations and restrictions for the world. She could not, I even want to say she could not care for the language or the way that people spoke to each other. I'm thinking of how one of the biggest reasons why I do not have a job is because I do not fit in with the professional world. I do not always enjoy being formal. I really connect with this energy so much. I don't like putting up that persona where everybody's perfect, and everybody has their shit together. That's not me. That's not me at all. So even the way that she talked, I'm thinking about how I felt called to cuss just now. which I don't do often. So her accent, her language, the words that she used, that as well was wild and free. And this was not what she was expecting. Yeah. Give me a moment. I think I need to charge my lamp. I'm kind of shocked that this happened because I always keep everything charged. Yeah. Yeah, and this has never happened to me before. But I ran out of battery while recording, or my gadgets ran out of battery while recording. I believe that was a message for some of you. When I was connecting with your crystal initially, I felt this energy of heartache, separation, pain. It's possible that one of these figures, if for instance you were the queen, then the oracle, and if you were the oracle, then the queen, and I do feel called to say that it was the oracle. But again, yes, just it could be either one of you. I believe that one of you passed away at a much younger age than expected, or right after meeting each other. I'm also looking at these numbers 37 and 40, so maybe within 3 years. Maybe within 3 years of meeting each other. Maybe that was the age gap between the two of you. But the energy that I sensed, it really did not matter what ages you were. Although I did feel like the oracle was much older than the queen. The queen was quite young, like 21, 22 kind of young. And the oracle must have been, the oracle must have been in her 40s, which is, it's a big age difference. But yeah, that's the thing, this love that you felt for this person, it transgressed all boundaries and everything that you knew. And it didn't make any sense. But you knew that it was love, and that's all that mattered. One of you passed on while you were much younger. You would know whether you were the queen or the oracle based on the characteristics that you embody in this lifetime. So if you are a wild and free, boundless, unrestricted person in this lifetime, you are the oracle. And if you are someone who's very practical, logical, who focuses on responsibilities, duties, performing based on what the world needs, you are the queen. Yeah, and there was an age gap between the two of you. It was much bigger for some of you, like maybe 10, 20 years. I'm feeling drawn to the numbers 4 and 37 here. I want to say that somebody here had an age gap of 37 years, but that's crazy. It's crazy, but who knows, right? That was the whole point of this lifetime. To challenge you, challenge your core beliefs, your own restrictions, limitations, to challenge the very idea that you had of love. And I'm hearing that could be, I'm feeling drawn to this space. I'm looking at all the parallel lines here, and I'm hearing that the same theme has managed to follow you in this lifetime. So the number 4, that could be an age gap that you had with this person in your previous lifetime. It could even be the age gap that you have with someone that you know in this lifetime. Especially if you look at this person and you wonder if it's right to be with them, if you're compatible, if it doesn't make any sense to be with them. Yeah, there's something here about transgressive love. It's not exactly transgressive, you just perceive it that way because of your own limitations and foundations, personal foundations. But this theme of realizing that love is so much more boundless and free, and whatever society dictates about love, it's not true. It's the ego loves a box, it loves a line, it loves hierarchy, and it needs to feel safe, and it feels safe by limiting everything and everyone. But love is free, it's limitless, it's just there. Yeah. Let's look at your tarot cards. What else would you like to tell? I'm going to cover this up. What else would you like to tell group 1? About their past life spirit. You have the Queen of Swords here. So again, this very logical, rational, mentally strong and resilient energy coming through. And then you have you have the Chariot. I almost said Temperance. That could be significant too, because Temperance talks about balance, and I was thinking about how the Chariot it's a much more flowy and emotional and dreamy energy. Yeah. And there is quite literally a box on the Queen of Swords. Yeah, and then you have all these wriggly lines on the Chariot. There is someone in your life right now who challenges you to think outside the box, who challenges you to not limit yourself. And it's possible that this is a romantic connection. It's possible. The Queen of Swords and the Chariot, this could also be a motherly figure. Or maybe this person embodies that motherly, healing, nurturing, soft, feminine energy, even if it's not exactly your mother or a parental figure. It could be. It does not have to be a romantic connection for all of you. Yeah. They challenge you to step outside the box, the walls that you've put around yourself. They challenge you to step into your emotional body, to feel everything deeply, to cry, to laugh, to smile, to be happy, to desire things, to desire joy, to desire love. They challenge you to grow, they challenge you to want more. And that's scary as F. That's scary as hell for you. Because you just know how to be this logical, rational, reliable, sturdy, dependable person. Yeah. You just know how to do things the way that you're told. And trusting your heart, listening to your heart, following your heart is just scary. So I guess many of you were indeed in love with the Oracle. Curly hair could be significant. Blue eyes could be significant. Beautiful lips. Beautiful lips. That feels so uncomfortable for me to say aloud. Ooh, maybe that's how you feel when you're around this person. Like the feelings that they make you feel, it makes you so uncomfortable, and you just want to hide and run. But with the Tower here, I'm hearing a couple of things at once. I'm hearing you can't run far enough. You can't run away far enough before running back into this person again. Wow, interesting. Or if not this person, then it could just be this cycle where you keep indulging in avoidant attachment patterns. I'm even thinking of things like ghosting right now. You keep avoiding your own emotions. So the more you run away from them, the closer you will actually get to bursting. I want to say bursting into flames. The more you try to run away, the closer you will get to this Tower moment. Where are my words? I feel speechless. Maybe this person makes you feel speechless. Oh, nice. You have the Sun. I love this. I know you're not willing to accept this, but this person is your happiness. Okay, here's the thing. I don't want to support any abusive, toxic, difficult, challenging relationships here. So if you're dealing with somebody who you know is not right for you, regardless of how badly you want to be with them, please stop watching this reading. But if you're really just running away from your emotions, you're avoiding facing your emotions, you're avoiding facing the truth, then it's time to put all of these mental abilities to a good use. To face your own shadow, to face your own limiting beliefs, to face your own limitations, your subconscious fears, because this person is your joy, they're your happiness, they're the love of your life. I just heard that. That's not going to be true for all of you. Yeah. And you just need the courage and bravery to desire your happiness, to chase your happiness, to go after them, to go after what you want. One more card, please, Spirit. One more card for group 2. You have the Wheel of Fortune. This is once again giving me that energy of no matter how far you run away, you will keep coming back to this person, this energy, this cycle, this pattern. Yeah, I'm looking at all these circles again. You will keep running around in circles if you don't face whatever is happening here. You have the Hangman at the back of the deck. This is more Cancer energy. Cancer season could be significant. You have Leo as well. So Cancer and Leo, that's June to August, I believe. That could be a significant time frame for some of you here. I'm also noticing how you have 7 here and you have 16 here, which reduces to 7. 717, 1717, Aquarius energy, that could also be significant. Ages 37 and 40, the age gap of 3 to 7 years, 3, 4 or 7 years, 777 as well. 1990 could be significant, and 1919 as well. 1996, 1997, 1993, 1994, 2000 as well. Are we done with the messages? And we'll just, okay. we're done with the messages apparently. We're just noting all the signs and confirmation if anybody needs them. Yeah. The letters C, O, Q, M, S. C, M, O, S, Q. Does Q come before S? P, Q, R, S? Yes. Yeah. Anything else, Spirit? October could also be significant. I'm feeling drawn to the letter O. Yeah. It's almost like an ultimatum is coming, an ultimatum or some sort of a conclusion, something that something that needs to be pinned. I'm not sure how to explain this. It's like you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision, and the time limit for that is October. That's the latest you can procrastinate this, you can delay this. Yeah, of course you have Cancer and Leo season here as well. Something, tell me more about the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune, because now it kind of feels like something's ready to fall apart. You have the 5 of Swords and the Page of Wands. If you don't give it the attention, energy and time that it needs, it's going to fall apart. It almost feels like it is falling apart in the background, and you need to show up for it. You have the Knight of Cups at the back of the deck. That's more romantic energy. You need to step up to this relationship. You need to step up to what it demands from you. I want to offer another interpretation for this. maybe this is not talking about a romantic relationship, maybe it's talking about a platonic relationship, a friendship, for somebody, a mother-in-law or a motherly figure. Yeah, but it is a relationship for sure, and it needs you to step up. It needs you to show up for whatever this potential is. Give it what it needs, give it what it's demanding, because you're missing out on so much potential here, not just for love but healing, growth, transformation. And again, this cycle will keep coming back. So even if you're not able to face up to this, it will come back to you in some other shape, size, form. It will come back to you in another relationship. What this connection is trying to teach you, I'm looking at the Chariot now, the amount of unconditional love, healing, nurturing energy that it's holding up for you is insane, and you won't be able to find it in other connections. This right now, as I'm talking about this, it feels so intense. It feels almost pressurizing. Like, it's not exactly pressure, but to communicate the urgency of this, the intensity of this, Spirit is taking a more pressurizing tone. You will never be able to find this person or this relationship again. You will never be able to find anyone who can be at par with this connection, with this person. Yeah. And the amount of healing and growth that it can offer to you, you won't be able to find it anywhere. And this cycle will keep coming back, but because no one else can actually show up the way that this person is showing up, it will always be dissatisfactory, if that makes any sense. For instance, let's say you're dealing with somebody who's done a lot of healing and shadow work, and so they are able to call you out on certain things, certain habits, certain patterns, not aggressively, with a lot of love. They're able to point out the times when you project certain things, or when you get defensive, or again certain attachments, patterns that you have. Those patterns will continue in other relationships as well, but because other people have not done the amount of shadow work that this person has, you will only receive more projections in return when dealing with other people, rather than clarity, rather than comfort, rather than guidance and advice and wisdom and support that this person can offer to you. I hope that's making sense. Yeah. Just know that there's a lot of love here, there's a lot of potential here. Spirit wants you to show up for it. Find the courage to show up for it. Embody change, embody the change that you're being demanded. Yeah. Group 2, I believe that was your reading. That was a roller coaster, and it was nice. It was very different. I love this part. I love the Queen Oracle love story, even though it did not end well. So maybe this connection faced a difficult ending as well, an unexpected difficult ending. Yeah. Take whatever resonates, and I will see you in the next reading, whenever that may be. Group 3. You felt drawn to Malachite. I was just shuffling the cards to cleanse off the previous group's energy, and the cards were so slippery, and 2 of them almost fell out. Well, one of them fell to the floor, but I put them back in. I put them back in the deck, but I'm just taking note of that slippery energy. Some of you may have been a thief in this lifetime. I understand that that's not a message you'd like to receive, but I'm thinking of how thieves, they're so quick and clean with their hands, they can just slip things in. That's how I'm associating with the word slippery. Yeah, you may have been a thief in this lifetime. That's the only thing that's coming through. Let's pull out your cards. What would you like to tell us about group 3s? Group 3s. past life spirit. You have perfume of Sophia and Shakti Path of seahorse. I'm also going to pull out your tarot cards. The perfume, I'm feeling drawn to the word perfume. And even Shakti Path, I don't even know if it's the same word as the Hindi word for path, but that's how I'm thinking about it. That's what I'm thinking of it. And seahorses seem like a lot of watery, oceany energy. They could be a significant spirit animal for somebody here, or a sign, or maybe just horses in general. You have a spiral here as well. You have spiral here too. Something about beauty. Beauty. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. In this lifetime, you were a man who stole things like perfume, soap, jewelry, beauty products and skincare products to gift to your wife. That's the message that I just received. Oh, maybe you lived near the ocean, maybe you lived on an island. I'm thinking of Aladdin for some reason right now. That could be just a trope that you experience in this lifetime. Yeah. You did not, maybe you did steal for survival, but for the most part I think you stole because you wanted to bring your wife gifts and happiness. Oh, I love that. Yeah, so I'm seeing that specific scene in Aladdin where he steals apples, I believe, at the very start. Yeah, and he meets Jasmine. Yeah. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, I want to sit with the cards for a couple more minutes just to see if anything else wants to come through. Maybe you were stealing to impress somebody. But no, the message that I received was that you were stealing for your wife. Tell me more, Spirit. Tell us more about this lifetime of group 3s. Or group 3. You have the 7 of Cups. Did you hear the sigh that I just let out? What was that? That was such heavy energy. There is some amount of disappointment here that you couldn't provide for your family, your children. Yeah, almost like a sense of feeling disappointed in yourself, feeling not good enough, feeling just hopeless and awful about yourself. I'm seeing a man just sitting with I don't know, it's not exhaustion per se, but it's a feeling of I can't provide for my family, I can't provide for my loved ones, and that's my only job. Yeah. You have the Ace of Swords. One of your core beliefs in this lifetime was that you couldn't provide happiness to your family, but I just saw a visual of your wife approaching you and smiling and laughing and trying to make your mood better, and your kids laughing around you, your kids trying to get to play with you. They were happy. They were happy with whatever you brought them, whatever you offered them, whatever you gave to them. But you were not happy with yourself, you were dissatisfied with your own self. Tell me more, Spirit. The Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God. I think you were caught. You were caught by the kingdom. The Queen, I don't know. You were caught by the people in authority. With authority, you were caught stealing. The Hierophant. I'm hearing your life shattered and fell apart in a single moment. Your family fell apart in a single moment. Yeah. This is sad. It's making me sad. You just wanted to do more for your family, but it also came from a distorted perception that you weren't doing enough, that you weren't enough, and you were caught as a result. Yeah. I'm feeling drawn to these monks, these yogis, gurus on this card, and I'm hearing that you spend the rest of your lifetime in prison. One more, please, Spirit. This is the Eye of Horus, I believe. Eye of Horus. And there's something here about an oracle making a prediction for you in that particular lifetime, and how that prediction is supposed to come true for you in this lifetime. You have the Seven of Swords here. Even if it wasn't an oracle, it could have been you yourself. You have the Lovers at the back of the deck. It could have been you yourself setting the intention to experience material and financial abundance in this lifetime, so that you can provide for your family in this lifetime. Yeah. Or at least so that you can provide stability and comfort for your own self. If this is not talking about the person that you will marry and the kids that you might have in the future, or pets, this could also be talking about you supporting your current family, your biological family. Yeah. It's almost like you made this soul contract in that lifetime to experience abundance in this lifetime. I am sensing a feminine energy and a married partner energy with these two cards, but take whatever resonates. With the Ace of Swords here, I'm being told that if this message is supposed to resonate for you, you probably have someone in your mind. Like when I say that you wish to provide comfort and stability and material support to somebody, you have someone in your mind. It's not just a vague idea of providing for someone in the future. Whether it's you yourself, your biological family, a romantic partner, or the family that you would like to have in the future. With the Seven of Cups here, the abundance in your life will continue to grow. The material abundance in your life will continue to grow in the future. You will have multiple sources of income. I love this message. You will have so much financial growth and abundance, but it will grow slowly over time. And once this person has entered your life, I do feel like they are already there in your life, even if you're not in a commitment with them per se, or let's say you want to support your biological family, but you're not currently in the space to do that. Yeah. Even then, you're being told that in the future you will be able to play that role for this person, for your family, whomever. Yeah. Even if you're not in that space, just know that it's going to happen. It's supposed to happen. You are meant to provide stability, security, comfort, love, abundance, financial and material security to not just yourself, but those that you love. And you're going to do an amazing job at it. With the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Swords, if by any chance you have been doubting yourself, your potential for success, for growth, for stability, whether or not you can play this role for the people that you love, if you have been doubting yourself at all, just know that these are just, they could be borrowed fears from this particular past life of yours, but I just wanted to say that these are just subconscious fears and not based in truth at all. As this lifetime unfolds, you will experience an insane amount of growth, an insane amount of financial abundance. You will have a happy home, a happy family, just everything that you desire. Yeah. This is the soul contract that you have with this particular past life reincarnation of yours. And I also want to say, with the Seven of Cups here and the Seven of Swords as well, a little bit, I want to say that you're going to make this money by doing something that you're insanely good at, with your own skills, with your own potential and caliber. Yeah. Yeah. So this incarnation of yours, I don't think they actually regret being a thief. They don't regret being a thief. There's a lot of socio-political energy coming through about how that system was incredibly unfair, how our current system is so unfair. So they believe that them ending up in jail because they wanted to provide for their family and they couldn't, because the world was built in such a way where all the money went to the kings and queens, and you get what I mean. They thought that what they experienced in this lifetime was a tragedy, and it was not something that they deserved at all. It was completely unfair, and I agree with them. And so in this lifetime you're going to make money in the most just and fair way possible. And I want to say that you will be responsible, but I'm not very sure. Responsible for what? Of course you will be responsible for providing stability and security to your family, but there's more to it. I think you might, if you want to in this lifetime, you might choose to devote some of this abundance towards issues, socio-political, ecological, environmental issues that you feel passionately about. Yeah. You could also volunteer, if not donate money. You're just doing more for the causes that you believe in. Yeah. Oops. I guess these two cards want to say something else to me. Yes, Spirit, Seven of Swords, and the Hierophant, Five of Wands. Something about, you have the Magician at the back of the deck, something about the challenges that you're imagining, the challenges that you're expecting on this path, whether it's union with this person or this path to financial abundance, the obstacles that you're expecting or maybe even dealing with, they're temporary. And the word that I heard was imaginary actually. If you're expecting obstacles in the near future, then they're imaginary or at least they don't have the power to hold you back. They don't have the kind of power that you're giving them right now. Yeah, that you're, I don't know the word, I want to remember the word, Spirit. Let's just, yeah, the power that you're imagining them to have, they don't have that power over you. Attributing. Attributing is the word that I was thinking of. Yay! The next 5 weeks could be significant with the Hierophant, which is another number 5 card. Taurus, and because you had the Lovers at the back of the deck, Taurus and Gemini seasons / energies. You have 717 here, so that could be an important angel number. Aquarius energy could be significant too. 555 could be a significant angel number. The Magician also points to Virgo season energy. The ages 21 to 31 would be significant. Angel numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4 or 12, 13 could also be significant. These could also be dates, 12 and 31. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 12, 13, 31, 5, 7, 17. Yes. And 1 as well. I did mention 1, yes. Yeah. Group 3. That was your reading. I hope it helped well. Yeah, I hope it was comforting. You received some powerful messages today. Yeah. I hope you found comfort and reassurance in this reading. And I hope you are able to recover from this lifetime, the pain of this lifetime, the injustice that you suffered in this lifetime. Yeah. I'm coming back to this obstacles energy right now. The next 5 days, 5 weeks, I'm not very sure, or the 5th of a month, or this is referring to the month of May overall. I really want to say that the obstacles that you're expecting are not there. Yeah, I'm feeling drawn to the rainbow on this card now. Rainbows could be a significant sign. Yoga, yogis could also be a significant sign. I'm also thinking of snakes with the Seven of Swords. And swords in general could be a significant sign. Look at how there's energy glowing in the palms of this person. I'm connecting this to the Magician. You have more power than you realize. I think the message that was trying to come through was not just that you are giving more power to the physical obstacles, challenges that you're dealing with, but that you are not giving yourself enough power. What did I just say? You're not giving yourself enough power. Yeah. You're not giving yourself enough credit. Yeah. You're more capable than you think, more powerful than you think. And with the Ace of Swords here, there's more alignment here than you realize. More divine support. You're on the right path. I kind of want to, I don't know what you're dealing with exactly. But know that you're protected. Know that everything is going to be okay. Know that you're on the right path. Yeah. And go for it. Whatever it is that you desire to do, whatever it is that you're scared to do, whatever it is that you're scared to devote yourself to, go for it. Make it happen. Yeah. Yes. That was finally your reading. Earth signs could be significant. That was your reading. Earth and air signs. Air and earth placements. That was your reading. I'm going to end here. Thank you so much for watching, my friend. I will see you in the next one.